Hello everybody, my name is Michael Zingara and I'm the host of All Exotic Tarot and Divination. Alright, basically this video is going to kind of be a rant. I recently joined the online tarot and oracle card reading community probably about a year, almost a year ago. Alright, and I came across a term I never encountered before. I've been reading tarot cards since the age of 12, oracle cards, fortune decks, and what have you. Basically, if you want to know more about my background, listen to my intro video. But I encountered this term shadow, okay? And it took me a while to figure out what that means, but basically it's the darker aspects or negative readings or things that are unpleasant, I guess. Stuff about yourself that you don't want to admit to yourself. And the whole concept is so foreign and alien to divination, okay? These tarot cards, these oracle cards, these different decks, Lenormand, Kipper, throughout their history, they've been used to divine the future, the past, or the present. A lot of people say that they read them for a more psychological aspect. How am I feeling now? How am I going to feel in the future? It's still divination, okay? Now, to soften what the cards say, to beat around the bush, around the unpleasantness. And if you're doing this as a professional reader, you are doing a great, horrible disservice. I have a lot of gypsy blood in my lineage. In fact, I'm 50% Rom. I'm very pale and white because my father is a German man, from German descent. He's first generation. But back to the subject at hand. If you're not reading these cards correctly and telling your client the truth of what these cards actually say and mean, you're doing a disservice. In my opinion, it is immoral. People are coming to you because they have a question, they have a problem, they have a situation to define, that they're trying to define parameters, get things figured out, and they're looking for solutions to questions. To play down the negative effect of any deck or card is absolutely ludicrous. To do it with yourself is self-delusional, okay? Whether you people want to admit that you're using spirits or not, when you set up your cards and you put a bunch of different crystals around it, what do you think inhabits those rocks? Everything has spirit. Everything has soul. Man, human, humans, animals, rocks, the elements. Okay? Everything has the presence of God. Okay? If you don't think that when you set down those rocks, the spirits and those things aren't helping you, you're kidding yourself. You all have a personal spirit guide. You all have a guardian angel. Okay? You all have a spiritual double or consciousness, and that's what they're talking about when they're talking about that chakra. That's the gateway to the consciousness of yourself in the spirit realm. All right? If you're more interested in this concept, I'll do a video about or read its implications and what it means to mankind. Some scientific reasons for its existence, where you can actually prove it. And but I'll make a further video about that. So to think that the spiritual realm doesn't affect what you're doing is absolutely ludicrous. All right. Also, to not be honest with yourself about the bad things. If it keeps talking about overindulging in gaiety and parties and alcohol, and you're an alcoholic, that's your ancestors, your spirit guides telling you stop drinking, face up with it. If someone passed and you can't get over the memory of their death, and you're mourning beyond a healthy period, and your tarot cards keep telling you this, and you're ignoring it, yeah, some grief is good, but you know what? There's a point to where it's a sickness and it's detrimental to your spiritual development. To call the negative aspects of what these wonderful things, these tools of divination provide for you, the communication that the spirits are granting you, the guidance that normally is not readily available to a human, is just absolutely ludicrous. And I can't believe so many people bought into this foo-foo new age crap. No self-respecting fortune teller from 50 years ago would even talk about this. No self-respecting divination master or a diviner from 100 years ago would talk about this. You're doing to yourself what some parents do to their children. It's kind of, you're basically playing in a baseball game that nobody takes score in, or a soccer game where no one keeps track and no one takes score, and you're all winners. And I can't believe how you have the inability to deal with reality. And for God's sakes, you owe your client reality. They came to you for a question. How dare you not tell them the truth? As a matter of fact, in my priesthood, if I softened anything, if I was to do what you do, I would lose all my connection with my spirits. All the pacts that I made, all the promises, all the initiation processes that I went to would go to crap. In my situation, I can't even tell a little white lie. It's truth or nothing. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a dickhead or forceful like I'm doing, but I'm so up to here with working in shadow. You act like it's something special, for God's sakes. Your inability to cope with reality. But basically, to the point that I was going to make, you don't have to be a jerk about it. You have the cards there. It doesn't cost you any more time. If you work with the client and you find out that they do have a problem coming up, throw another reading and help the people. Isn't that why you were a diviner or a fortune teller in the first place? Don't you take pleasure in helping people and actually helping them solve their problems? And, if you use the tarot or these divination tools and you're not predicting the future, you need to form a relationship with at least your ancestors, some deity of choice. Appeal to them. Do you do any kind of prayer or ritual before you do the cards? Do you just shuffle them and throw them down and think in your head? Well, that doesn't cut it. If you want to be 99% accurate, 99.5, the way to do it is to hook up your practice with spiritual. Because these cards, these tools, throughout time, that is how the priesthood would communicate with Godhead, with God, with spirits, with angels, with what have you. All right? Promoting this ideal of working with shadow, it's a detriment a failure in growth in spirituality, a failure in growth of approaching it in an adult manner. You guys should know better. Play some real baseball. Don't play t-ball. All right. I'm sorry if this has offended people, but think about what the heck I had to say. Really rethink how you're approaching these cards. Thank you.